Hi everyone. Today I'm going to make some lovely jam jar lanterns. Now this is one I've done before. I've put some lovely fairy lights in it. These fairy lights are really handy to have. Just batteries, and then you turn them on and they are absolutely lovely inside the jam jar. Now I've taken photographs of these. You'll see them on the video at night time, and they just light up outside, and I think this is a lovely project to have coming into the summer nights, having them outside your house, in the garden, or even if you go on holiday, you know, if you're going to somewhere in Ireland camping, nice outside your tent as well. Now I've also bought these little lights. These are ambient tea lights, and I got these in Tuttles, and these are €2.99 €1, and they are lovely. They give out a lovely little candle glow, and also, yeah, they're very nice to have inside the jars. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. This is a really easy project. I just thought it'd be a nice summer project to do. So we start off, you need your glass jar. Now I've got a little glass here. I did have my jars. Large jars are quite nice for the fairy lights, and the little jars are quite nice for the tea lights. Whatever you can get, really. I've already covered this in a lovely tissue paper that I had kept from a present that I received, and it's really nice flecks of lovely kind of pink and blue and purple paper inside that. So I did that one, and if you have ordinary white tissue paper you can use that, or if you have coloured paper, I have some lovely coloured paper here, some pink and some purple, so you can use whatever coloured tissue paper you want. As long as it's nice tissue paper. You can also use some kitchen roll or toilet roll if you don't have any of these kind of tissue papers. So basically what you start off, you need your PVA glue as well to attach the tissue paper onto the glass jar. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you need a paintbrush as well. So you get your paintbrush and your PVA glue, and you just start to wipe that over your glass jar. You might need a little bit of water as well, so I'll put water here too. And I might do this one a coloured one. I just rip little bits of it off. Now you can do whatever design you want on it, but I'm just gonna do it plain, and make sure you get it nice and tight to the glass. Just be careful when you're working with glass as well, folks, that you don't drop it. Just make sure you've got it nice and tight. Now no need to paint the bottom, because you don't want that to stick whenever it's drying. And what I do is I put it onto something plastic whenever it is drying, just in case I have any excess glue on it. And now you can cut the bits out or you can rip them. I like the rough edges, so I'm just going to leave them quite rough. And so on. So you get the idea. You just stick that on until you have the whole glass, the jar, covered in tissue paper. I'll double that up because I don't want it on the bottom. Nice way to get a nice edge. Speed this up now and just show you what it looks like finished. Have finished covering my glass jar in tissue paper, And yeah, it's really easy to cover the surface. Now, and this one I've just done, oh, I'll take this out. I've just done plain white tissue paper, and this one is colored tissue paper. Now when it dries really well, and then we're ready to decorate our surface. Now I'm going to show you what we're doing there. We're going to do some drip painting. In this one, if you did the drip painting lesson that I did, it's exactly the same, only instead of working on paper, we're going to work on plastic. Whenever the mix of PVA and paint dries, you can peel that off, and then you can use the shapes that you've done onto your jar. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. It's really simple, and that's how we're going to decorate our jars. So I'm just going to move these over here, and I'm going to move all of this tissue paper that we don't need anymore. I'm going to move that over there. Now we've got, all we need now is our PVA and a plastic sleeve. Now this is just a plastic sleeve that I had, I've actually dried stuff on that before with PVA and peeled it off. So you can reuse these as many times as you want. Now I am going to show you how to do the drip painting onto the plastic. Make sure you have somewhere for it to dry, because you need to leave this overnight to dry. It works best if you leave it overnight. Now you pour a little bit of PVA glue into a container like so, and this time I'm going to use a little bit of blue. Now you only need the tiniest little dot. There we go. I call that a dollop of paint. Now what we do there is we mix that into the PVA, and it should mix really nicely. You can see mixes really well. And you can also use food coloring. You could use inks, poster paints, anything really that you think will help change the color of the PVA. Now once we've done that, now we're going to start drip painting. But before we start drip painting, for those people who don't think they're very good at freehand, what you can use is you can place the plastic sleeve on top of a piece of paper, and if you want you can draw your images. So you can draw flowers if you want to do flowers, you can do stars, you can do spirals. You know, up to you really what you want to put on your jar. So I'm just doing a few shapes there. You know, it's up to you what you want to do. So you place your plastic sleeve on top of your drawings, and then you're able to do your drip painting. Now I only have one color, but I've done a few colors before. Now you can see how that kind of dribbles down. It's really nice, kind of, that's the consistency that you're looking for. I don't know if you can see that, yeah. So we're going to start to do our drip painting. So look, see the way, we're going to do a few spirals. Make sure you don't touch the paintbrush or whatever utensil. Now you can use, I've got chopsticks here as well. If you need chopsticks, you can use anything really, but you do not touch the paintbrush onto the paper. So look, just use that to kind of help dribble the drip painting onto plastic. There's a flower there. Now if you're using different colours, you can add the colours in on top, and it's quite nice the randomness of where the paint falls. Now although you're guiding it, it's quite nice to kind of have the little splatters of paint everywhere. So you can see the general idea of what I'm doing. So you're drawing your patterns, and these patterns are going to go onto your jar, as you can see. And if you want as well, you could use maybe a photocopy of an image, and you could put that underneath if that would help, and then you can trace around your photocopy. You could do that. So if you wanted to do bumblebees, or if you wanted to do butterflies, you know, find those images on the internet and put them underneath your plastic sleeve, and use the same technique as what I'm doing to guide you into drawing your shapes or your patterns. So there we go. Now I've done that. Now once you've done that, you have to let that dry overnight. Please make sure you have enough patterns and designs on to peel off to stick onto your jars. Now here's one I've done earlier. I'm just gonna maybe twist this. I'll just move this over here to dry. A second. Now this is one I've done earlier. Just gonna flip that over. Now here we go. These are dry. So the hearts that I did for the first jar, so look, they just peel off. They're so easy to peel off, like so. See, they're just like little bits of plastic. So that's with PVA and paint mixed together. Now I'm going to peel these off. Look, you can use the paper and look, see how easy that is to peel off, and there's your little shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel a few of them off here, and then we're going to stick them onto my jar. I'm going to show you how to do that. So look at all those lovely little shapes that we have now with our PVA glue and mix of paint in with it. Now I did 2 colours here, and I only did this yesterday, so it is better to let it dry overnight. There's a few stars. I've done some plain stars as well because I thought it'd be nice to have a mix of both, and a few more flowers. So guys, you can do whatever shape you want. I want you to kind of come up with your own ideas maybe of what you could do. You can maybe do little rainbows. And don't worry, the paint does bleed into each other, but that gives a nice effect. You know, whenever the paint kind of bleeds in, you've got a nice kind of pattern effect happening inside the shape that you create. Now once you've done that, what you're going to need is you're going to need your PVA glue again, and a paintbrush, and your jar, and you can start working on your designs onto your jar. So make sure and paint, cover with PVA again, paint your glue on. Don't worry, the PVA dries clear, and then you can start attaching your lovely little shapes. Just pat it down. If you're afraid your finger might stick to it, what you can do is you can use another paintbrush or another utensil really, and attach it. Start to stick. So you can use maybe the blunt end of a pencil and just tap it on so it fixes itself onto the jar. And there might be little bits that you've left up, so just paint underneath, make sure they're down, because you don't want it to be easily peeled off. Going around again, and then stick a few stars on this. Now I'm going to keep sticking here, and hopefully you'll see what it looks like whenever I'm finished. I've finished attaching all of the little PVA drip painting shapes onto my jar, and you can put as many as you want on, or you can put as little as you want on. It's up to you. And if you want to just leave it, and if you have a nice kind of textured pattern already on your tissue paper, then you can just leave it like that. And I'm going to turn this light on and you can see what that looks like. There we go. And it actually looks really nice. Now I have seen in some designs, people have actually cut out little black fairies and stuck them onto the inside of the jar. You could try that if you want, but I've opted for the outside of the jar, and I've just done my drip painting shapes, and I've attached them on like so, and they look really nice whenever they're finished. They look lovely outside of a summer evening, and they look really nice together. So yeah, enjoy the project, and I can't wait to see what you all do. This is a really easy one, so just go with it. I can't wait to see your patterns. I can't wait to see your jam jars and how you decorate them. But please remember, don't use a naked flame or a naked candle. Use the LED lights or the LED fairy lights, and they just do as good a job as any. Okay, bye.